Hello everyone, I'm Lozzie from the APMA podcast. You're watching the APMA channel, and I'm going to be doing a video for you today talking about why or how YouTube are slowly but surely ruining this platform. Now we all know and love YouTube for being able to share, watch content, distribute all over the world to millions, maybe billions of people. What's not so great is YouTube's policies in terms of what's acceptable for advertising and what's not. Now this has a knock-on effect because if your video is deemed not to be worthy of certain advertising, then your video isn't pushed out to as many people as it perhaps would have done beforehand. In particular, I'm going to be talking about something today which has been mentioned a few times, I'm sure, with different YouTubers and people on this platform, is the profanity. Now, that may sound a bit mundane, boring, and to be honest, there's a massive element that is fucking boring. Basically, if you swore in your content, it had to be in a certain parameter of time. It couldn't be certain words. You couldn't have swear words in the thumbnails. You couldn't make snuff films. I get all of those. Some of them are worse than others. I mean, let's not put a snuff film up against saying shit in the first 5 seconds of the video. But anyway, that's, beside the point. It seemed to be something most creators were pretty switched on about. Now, I have to tell you, I have absolutely no fucking idea what is going on. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how YouTube is slowly destroying its own platform with stupid things like this. But this is also aimed at advertisers. Advertisers are the backbone of the way this website makes money. It's as simple as that. Even from a standpoint of a company that touches absolutely nothing negative, I can't think of a brand that gets negatively impacted by someone saying fuck too many times. But if you're not too in the know, I'll just take you quickly through something that I've experienced recently. And bear in mind, this is a small channel that has no skin in this game in terms of the monetary situation. Most of the money that this channel makes comes from the dedication and the kindness of members, which YouTube take 30% off. But anyway, you get extra content, you get some special emojis, and you also get exclusive access to a VIP members Discord channel. And you can access that through the APMA Discord, which will be in the description below. Slight plug there, but man needs some dollar. Now you will see a reaction to a certain video that YouTube have posted through one of their channels called Creator Insider. They give you the lowdown on what's changing on YouTube, what policies are being changed, and what's been updated. So what I'm going to do is just take you very, very quickly through the monetization page on this channel. Because of late, not all the videos are being monetized. And when I say not all the videos, all the podcasts that we do, which is every Thursday, 11 in the morning, UK time, every single one of those for the last month, maybe a month and a half, isn't fully monetized, and I don't know why. So this is the content page on the APMA podcast channel. Here you'll see the shorts and a VIP video there. Remember, become a VIP member if you want to. $4.99. These are all shorts largely. You've got a few members videos in here, but they're all monetized, all going back to well over a month. Now, the important thing about the shorts is most of them don't have swearing in, but there are a few that have at least a few swear words in, and they've been monetized. Now, let's take a look at our live tab, which is where all of our podcasts will be, because we do them live every Thursday at 11 o'clock. Nice plug. Every single one for the last month is limited ads. All the green ones mean they're fully monetized. All the yellow ones mean they're limited ads. Look how many green ones are on there. That wacky conspiracies of the world, that was the very first podcast we did from our own homes. That was episode 96, fully monetized. We've recently done episode 114. The last 5 podcasts from late February to late March are all limited ads. And what is massively strange about this is that all the previous podcasts that we've done live that are fully monetized, there is a absolute 100% guarantee there is swearing in it. 100%. That's how I communicate. It's very rare that you will see a podcast or hear one from us where I don't swear in it. Strange. Doesn't make sense. So let's go even further into that. Let's make this full screen. Let's go to create something because I want to take you through the journey of a creator. Upload a video. Let's just randomly select a random video I've got. So obviously you got your description here. Place your thumbnail. You select what playlist you want it to go into. Age restriction, put there if it's made for kids or not. And then down here you can put your tags in, etc., etc. Now this is the important bit. This is where you then decide if it's going to be monetized or not. Do you want to make money from this video? Yes, I'd like to make some dollar from this video, please. You press next. Now this is the juicy part. This is the juicy part. Inappropriate language. This basically gets you to self-certify your video. You are about to say what is in the video that might cause an issue with being monetized or being partially monetized. Abbreviated or censored profanity or words like hell or damn in the title or thumbnail. Moderate profanity like bitch, douchebag. Is douchebag profanity? Asshole and shit used frequently in the video. Right, so you have to mark that. Oh, do you say shit? Yes. In this particular video, there isn't any speech in it, so it can't have swear words in it. It can't add profanity. But for podcasts, if it has swearing in it, which it most likely will, automatically it's going to be at least the top one. Stay with me. I know this is probably boring as fuck, but if you were interested in YouTube or a creator yourself, you probably want to be aware of this. But if you do earn your living through YouTube, and this is something you've got to deal with, and you have content that isn't beauty, isn't like, I don't know, fucking shopping hauls or food tasting reviews or slime videos. If you aren't any of those, if you're not in the advertiser friendly group, you might be in trouble. You might even have to change entirely the content that you make. Right, okay, if I check that, it says safe for ads. Now, if I use the word fuck in the first 7 seconds, or moderate profanity, like shit in the thumbnail or title, sorry, that's limited ads. I understand that. That's something we all knew. You can't use the F word. You can't use any swear words in the first 7 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever it was, of the video. You also can't use swear words in the thumbnails or the titles. I get that. I don't like it, but I'm on board. I totally understand that. Some examples of content that also fall into this category. Vocal usage of profanity throughout a video, such as profanity used in most sentences. No one's using the F word in thumbnails or titles. No one. Some examples of content that also fall into this category. Any use of hateful language in the video. Please refer to hateful and derogatory content for more information. This is what fucks me off the most, right? You're putting inappropriate language such as fuck too many times in a video. You're putting that in exactly the same category as violence. Dead bodies with obvious injury or damage in educational or documentary settings, such as History Learning Channel. Why are they putting too many swear words used in conjunction with each other? Why are they putting them in the same category as violence? Some of the violence graphical. You get limited ads on graphic dead bodies in a non-educational video. Video gameplay featuring prohibited themes such as sexual assault, ultra graphic violent acts. Why is that in the same category? It doesn't make sense. For me, that ain't even on the same page. It's not even in the same fucking book. Do you use drugs in your content? If you do, you probably can't get monetized. Understandable. Are you trying to sell the drugs whilst doing a fucking YouTube video? Probably not going to get monetized. Hateful or derogatory content. If you're going to make a video and you're just going to hip fire the N word, again, probably not going to be monetized. So once you've gone all through that, you then submit your rating. Now, if you chose something that made you safe for ads, then you submit the rating and then your video gets uploaded. So your video is then checked. If they find it to be not what you said it was, then they downgrade the video to limited ads. My guess as to why the channel's videos have been reevaluated to limited ads is because I've said fuck too many times. That can be the only thing. There's nothing else on there. We haven't displayed firearms. We haven't done any drugs. We haven't shown graphical violence. I know several content creators who now are actively looking at elsewhere to go and post and create their content. YouTube, unfortunately, without any serious change in the way that it operates in terms of the monetization aspect, YouTube will just become a haven for very, very certain type of content. If you make like slime videos, family friendly content, then you're set. You're all good. you're fine. Keep going. We've grown up with YouTube. YouTube is not the same as it was before. Some things for the better, some things for much worse. YouTube needs to just be consistent. There is too much vagueness for this. Too much vagueness. What we're going to do, we're going to watch that video I talked about earlier on, where YouTube have explained in a video form what is acceptable now on videos in terms of profanity. As I said before, this is the Creator Insider YouTube channel. They make videos on the changes happening to YouTube. Let's watch away.
Okay, folks, we need to talk about profanity and the update we made at the end of November to our inappropriate language ad guidelines.
That's something I actually forgot to mention. They changed this in November and just said it was changing, and everyone fell foul of it. They're creators that were like, well, my content's being downgraded from fully monetizable to now limited ads. What's going on?
You know, my full-time job is monetization policy, so before we get to the meat of it, let me say first and foremost, we have read all of your feedback.
No, they haven't. They just fucking haven't.
And watched the videos you've uploaded with feedback. You've told us that retroactive reviews of older uploads were unexpected.
They were unexpected because they weren't told that that was going to happen, as far as I remember anyway.
And that the community was not sufficiently informed of these changes and their impact. What I'd like to walk you through now is how we've acted on what we've learned from the update in November. Let's start with the policy. Our update last November aimed to improve the clarity and enforcement of our advertiser-friendly guidelines, and to make it easier for creators to monetize brand-safe content. Since then, we heard concerns from creators about the impact of this change. Upon reviewing our own enforcement data, we found the profanity policy resulted in a stricter approach than we intended.
So just bear that in mind. The profanity policy was stricter than it is now. But if I just take you back, these all demonetized, these older ones, November, monetized. Talking shit.
As a result, we are making the following changes to better reflect the goals of our initial update in November. We are no longer treating all profanity equally.
Great. That's something. I rate that because not all words are equal. Personally, I'd say that all profanity is on the table. Say as many as you want, but that's just me.
Usage of moderate profanity, words like bitch, douchebag, asshole, shit, at any time in the video content is now eligible for green icons.
Great. We can say shit, bitch, douchebag, and asshole. Good to know.
Under the November update, this would have received no ad revenue.
Bastards.
Usage of stronger profanity, like the F word in the first 7 seconds or repeatedly throughout the majority of the video, can now run limited ads.
There you go. If you say a swear word in the first 7 seconds, you can have limited ads. Which, by the way, no one understands what limited ads means. Does that mean I get quarter of what I would have got before if I had full ads? I don't know. No one knows because it's vague. Limited ads, for me, as you know, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on as a conspiracy theorist right now and tell you that I suspect, and it is a suspicion, it's not something I have any proof of. Don't come at me, YouTube, although you already have. I suspect YouTube are starting to blanket more and more videos with this limited ads policy, and there's no breakdown on what cut gets taken away from you.
Under the November update, this would have received no ad revenue. Content using profanity, moderate or stronger words like fuck after the first 7 seconds will now be eligible for green icons, unless used repetitively throughout the majority of the video.
Right there. Right there. He has just said fuck in the video. He's used it once. Now, he said F word before then. That's the first time he said fuck. He's used it once in this video. I'll be interesting to see how many more times he uses it. Because if he only uses it once in this video, I'm going to infer that he can only use fuck once in a video. That's what I take from it. Maybe I'm thinking about it in a completely fucked up way. But he can't say the word that he's trying to demonstrate to us would demonetize the video, then says the word, but then goes on to say you can't use it throughout the majority of the video. There's no definition of what the majority of the video is. I could say it every 30 seconds and it be the majority of the video. If I have a hour-long podcast, like we do, and I say fuck 10 times, is that the majority of the video? They don't even fucking know. They're making this shit up.
As was the case before the update in November, use of any profanity, be it something like shit or the F word, in titles and thumbnails will receive a yellow icon.
That is something that has been, as far as I'm aware, and I've been on YouTube for at least 6 years. That's always been something that has been a hard no. Don't use any swear words or anything like that in the thumbnail or title.
Moderate profanity, like shit, in either the title or thumbnail will receive a limited ads rating. And stronger profanity, like fuck, in the title or thumbnail will receive a no ads rating.
Are we interested to see what this video gets? Well, it's not. I know this video is going to get demonetized. I know it is because I've made a point of saying the word fuck so many times that I would assume that this would be a demonetized video. If somehow this video gets through and has a green icon, safe for advertisement, it will be amazing. Right, enough of that. Enough of that. So what we've got here is a problem with transparency, which YouTube has had many problems with in the past. No one knows where they stand. No one really knows definitively what is right and what is wrong. And now the attention needs to turn to advertisers because I'm going to have a short word about them. Like I said before, it is what it is. That's how it's set up. That is the structure of YouTube. You pay money to YouTube to advertise on their platform. They give you a guide of where they will post your adverts and what content that you can say you don't want to be associated with, you don't want to have your advert on. Now, what I will say is, although advertisers are the backbone of how YouTube works in terms of how it makes money, they are entirely the biggest hypocritical bunch of people. Here's a hypothetical for you. Let's just say, for some reason, there was a company willing to do two advertisements at once. One of them on a film and one of them for YouTube. They go to YouTube and say, we want to run this advert on your website. And they go to the person who's making the film. Let's just say it's Quentin Tarantino, one of the best directors out there. We'd love to be in your film. Put one of our products or an advertisement for one of our products in your film and we'll give you X amount of money. Bearing in mind, Tarantino film is probably going to have a shit ton of violence in it. Most of his films do. He's a great director. I love pretty much every single film he's done. It's going to have a lot of swearing in it. Some drug use. Firearm use. Now, we'll just say, I don't know if Tarantino in reality does brand deals or does brand integration in his films. He probably has to some degree, I'd imagine. I don't know if he does. So this is hypothetical. They go over to YouTube and say, look, this is the advert we want to run on your website, but don't put it on this content. Don't put it on that content. But we definitely don't want to be associated with any drug content. We definitely don't want to see any firearm content associated with our advert. We don't want people saying fuck too many times. All right. That's just, that's silly. We're not paying you to have our brand associated with that sort of stuff. Anyway, Tarantino. So the more violent you make it, fine, whatever. Put some drugs use in there. Fuck it. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do I need to, connect the dots for you, or do you see how fucked up that is? It isn't all advertisers, clearly, because some advertisers don't care what their advertisement gets put on in terms of the content. Profanity is one of the things that is a problem. But that whole list I showed you earlier would include a whole range of content creators being affected by what's happening. Like I said, I got no skin in the game. I'm getting like 90p a video. This ain't affecting my income because if I was on 90p a week per episode, I'd be on the street. Let's be real. But if I'm a big creator that's making a project, making a consistent content schedule, and then have my content downgraded to limited ads, now I get literally so much less money. I've got teams of people who edit, teams of people who film, people who help me make the content. They now have to be reduced because the amount of money that I'm getting from the content has been reduced. Those are the people that it will affect massively. Those are the creators who will leave, and those are the creators who will make the biggest difference. I don't want YouTube to go. I don't want YouTube to go, but what needs to happen is YouTube need to have at least some morsel of competition, because YouTube just slide on by. Ah, fuck it. Well, they're going to go to Facebook. Facebook's even more strict. You're going to go somewhere like Rumble? Pah, no way. They haven't got the connections that we have. They're not as big as we are. I'm sorry if it seemed like a weird video, but I felt like it was something I wanted to talk about, something I wanted to address. If you're making content out there for YouTube anywhere, keep making it, keep doing it, keep slugging away. Don't let this demoralize you. And for anyone that's worried about if we'll be staying on YouTube, yes, but we're not just on YouTube. If you want to watch us on things like Facebook, we're on Facebook. If you want to watch us on Rumble, we do upload to Rumble. We've got obviously the shorts on YouTube, reels on Facebook. So, we're across the board. We try to push our stuff out as much as possible. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to share it, feel free to share. Please do. It does help us out a lot. If you've got any ideas how YouTube can make this better and make the site better, make the whole thing run better, comment down below. Let me know if you've agreed with what I said or disagree. I do read a lot of the comments. I do try to reply to a lot of them as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Up the APMA, but bye for now.